How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. My name is Kevin and today we are playing Luck Be a Landlord, and it's an exciting day because there's just been a new update in Luck Be a Landlord. So I've opened it up, but I haven't actually read through it yet, so you'll be able to get my live reaction to what the changes are. Let's just jump right into it. If you don't want to see the changes for whatever reason, I'll put a note in the description of when to jump forward to when we're after finished reading, but we'll just jump straight into it. So new content, they've added 4 new symbols, 1 common, 1 uncommon and 2 rare. Added 2 new items, both common, modified 6 existing symbols and modified 8 existing items. Okay, so few changes. New features, rebindable hotkey options. Okay, fast forward button, that seems very useful. A lock tooltip button, that could be useful I think in a few cases. I think that's the tooltip that click, the tooltip that pops up when you hover over a symbol. I presume you can lock that now so that you can then, if that tooltip contains another symbol, you can then hover over that one as well, presumably. Added an option to change the spin speed, that's great, and added an option to change the animation speed, also great. It's 2 great quality of life changes there. An option to have the game respond when buttons are pressed and released instead of immediately when they're pressed. Okay. Added a reset to default button on each options menu. Okay, and the apartment floors now only appear after the floor 2 is unlocked. Okay, so some decent quality of life changes there. Definitely the spin and animation speed just speed up the game a little bit. I'll probably leave it on default for today, and then I might speed it up a little bit, particularly the spin and animation. Yeah, I'd probably speed it up a little bit just to have the game run a little bit faster. Okay, and just a bit of news. The roadmap for this content patch in the next has changed. He was looking to add a new mode, but it won't be ready in time for this patch or the next patch. I believe this is content patch 7, yes. Mostly quality of life stuff. So this is mostly quality of life stuff. They were being worked on but weren't. And oh no, there's a few that are being worked on but aren't complete yet, so they'll be in content patch 8. And that will also be mostly quality of life stuff. Okay, so 7 and 8 mostly quality of life stuff, and then presumably 9 will be this new mode that he was on about. He teased slightly in the game's Discord. I must look into that and see what he's looking at. So this is the game balance. Empty symbols can no longer appear on screen if a non-empty symbol could appear in its place. Okay, I think that's quite a big change to the way it works. So presumably that means if you have 20 symbols, you're guaranteed to get all 20 of them, which is pretty good. Previously, because there were 25, you could have 20 symbols, but one of them might still not appear. So this will make things like cultists, crabs way better. Players start with 20 empty symbols instead of 25. Okay, so you can actually have a deck of just 20 symbols, and they'll all appear every time. This seems way better. Ancient Lizard Blade now gives an additional kind. Okay, it's like buff. Holy Water now makes hexes give an additional kind. Okay, so Holy Water is the one that removes the negative side effects of hexes. So now it gives a kind and removes the side effects. Lint Roller now gives 10 kinds instead of 6. So it's like buff. Red Pepper now gives 5 kinds instead of 3. Again, a buff. Shattered Mirror now gives 24 kinds instead of 7. It's 24 kinds every 7 spins instead of 20. A buff, but probably still terrible. Time Machine now makes golems be destroyed in 2 less spins. Golems must be a new symbol. That sounds interesting. And makes frozen fossils be destroyed in 5 less spins. Okay, so buff the frozen fossils if you have Time Machine. I don't think they needed it, but okay. Void Portal now gives 1 kind for every 8 symbols destroyed in game instead of every 10 symbols, so another buff. Zaref's Contract makes Bounty Hunters give 20 kinds per symbol instead of 15, so Bounty Hunters with Zaref's Contract now give the same amount of kinds as Zaref himself. Beehive can no longer add bees and has a 10% chance of adding honey. This is a massive buff to Beehive. Presumably previously adding bees was a big downside unless you were actually going flower. But now you can take it in a build that isn't the flowers build, so Beehive and 1 bear is brilliant. Billionaires no longer add spirits when destroyed if the player has a shrine item. Okay, just a nice just a funny gimmick, I suppose what you call it. Just a funny interaction there. Billionaires don't have spirits inside them. It's quite entertaining. Bounty Hunters now gives 20 coins for each thief instead of 10 coins, just doubling that, makes Bounty Hunters slightly better. Eldritch creatures are now buffed by Beastmasters. I wasn't actually aware that they weren't, but okay. So Beastmaster and Eldritch creature has the potential to be insane. Magic Key now has a base value of 2 instead of 1 and makes symbols that destroys gives 3 more kinds instead of 2. Okay, big buff to Magic Key. Rabbits are now uncommon instead of common and have the effect of permanently gives 2 kinds more after giving kinds 10 times. So every 10 spins their value goes up by 2. I think that makes rabbits really good, but we'll see. Okay, so just explaining some of the changes. Changes to empty symbols effectively make it so that a room for an off-screen non-empty symbol to appear where an empty symbol could, the game will make it so the non-empty also always appears on screen. So reduce frustration, harder to lose in the early game, and reduce unfun randomness. Okay. Ancient Lizard Blade being tweaked. Holy Water makes hexes to give an additional kind. Provides an incentive to be added to one's inventory if a player doesn't want to disable the effects of hexes. You wanted to make builds with rabbles more viable. Okay, red pepper, just make it more rewarding. Okay, he just wanted to make Shattered Mirror slightly better than Bowling Ball. Time Machine was affecting Golem and Frozen Fossil was added since many players expected these symbols and items to synergize anyway. So it was just not to confuse players. Void Portal is just a bit bad for rare items, so that's why that got a buff. And changes to Zarf's Contract and Bounty Hunters to make Bounty Hunter heavy builds a more viable strategy. Okay, fair enough. Beehive no longer produces bees, as bees were almost always a downside. That's true. And the chance of adding honey has been doubled, so Beehive's way better. Billionaires no longer drop spirits when the player has a shrine item because they don't have souls. Okay, very entertaining. The changes to Eldritch creatures, same reasons as Time Machine changes, just to bring symbol synergies in line with what players expect. However, these changes are more likely to affect gameplay substantially if the player can achieve the new synergy. Yeah, Eldritch creatures and Beastmasters, that's going to be a broken build, I can just tell you. Magic Key has the value and multiplier increased to make the symbol less detrimental, I mean, if the player adds it to their inventory and has a drought of lockboxes or safes. Okay, plus it also makes taking Magic Key still worth it now if you already have lockpick. Okay, so just looking back over these, a lot of buffs. I think the game has gotten easier with all this stuff. Some builds have definitely become more possible. Things like flowers, Beehive is much better, as I said. Holy Water is much better. Hexes, much better. And a few new symbols. So very excited. Let's just jump in to a quick run. So it's now what? 8 minutes 50. So if you've skipped ahead to now and you're just joining us, we've gone through all the changes. There's some very exciting ones. I think they'll make the game easier, and we're just going to do a quick run on floor 1. Let's see if we can pick up some of these new symbols and try and tease out how good they are. Okay, 20. So we can have a much leaner deck. Okay, we shouldn't have much problem getting a win here, I think. Ooh, Toddler, I see something new. Present, destroys itself after 12 spins, gives 10 when destroyed. Okay, so I think you'd only take this if you have a Toddler because it's not great. It's less than 1 otherwise, but you could take it and hope to get a Toddler. Like you could take it early, hope to get a Toddler, and if it doesn't, it removes itself. So I will take a Toddler. Happy enough with that. And out of these, we could take, I don't particularly want any of them, to be honest. I think Dog is probably the best. Not excited about any of them. Let's take a second Cat. Okay, a Mouse is always decent. And we made the first rent payment with 6 left over. 50 now due in 5 spins. Nothing new here. I'll take a bronze arrow, and jack-o'-lantern is great with the toddler. I'll take a milk. And here I guess I'll take a monkey. Nothing new symbol wise yet. Okay, lucky capsule versus cultist. Cultists I think are way better since there's now only 20 symbols. They're guaranteed to show up, but I'll take a lucky capsule. Let's see if we get maybe one of the new symbols. King Midas, I don't think this is going to be a run for King Midas. Let's take another cat. Okay, and we made the 50 rent payment with 19 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. Rabbit. Permanently, I think I have to take the rabbit. I think it's really good. I'm not sure, but I think it's really good. Let's take... Could take Zarev's contract on the chance that we might pick up a... Yeah, I think I'll take Zarev's contract. We may... I think I will pick up a bounty hunter. I'm not... This run doesn't really have a way it's going yet. I took that coconut, didn't I? No, I didn't. I took something else. Let's take a sun. Also, sun is guaranteed to roll in, which is great. Let's take a coal. Coal is guaranteed to roll in every time, so it will only take 20 spins to start paying off. Let's take a bounty hunter. We're actually going to need the bounty hunter to make rent, and because of that we'll take a toddler. So the build I'm going for here is suns, flowers, and I'll take a thing for the monkey. A rabbit, getting better. The rabbit should be pretty good. I must try and figure out how many rolls there are, like how many spins there are in the full. I think it's 12. It's 12 rent payments. The last couple of them are 10, so it's probably 70 rolls. So the rabbit, it's very early rabbit, it could grow to be like 20 actually. I'm excited to see how high the rabbit grows. But we made the 100 rent payment with 68 left over. 150 now due in 6 spins. A bear is pretty good. A white stone's pretty good. I'll take a bear because I definitely like to take a... Was red pepper not buffed? It used to give 3, I think. I'll never hit it because I have 3 cats. I definitely like to take a new beehive. That'd be great. So I don't particularly want any of these. Let's take a... Let's re-roll. Let's take a second bear, I guess. So we're going to take people to feed to the bounty hunter in order to get enough money for our rabbits to and our coal to kind of start paying out. Okay, so we have quite a full board at the moment. The board is much easier to fill when it is so small and everything rolls in. That's also, there's no duds. I think, were duds guaranteed to roll in? I don't think they were. I think duds were just treated as a symbol, so duds are actually a lot worse. Rabbit is on level 2, so it's now giving us 3. Oh, does this not go up again? Let me see this. Oh, so the rabbit is stuck. Once it hits level 2, it only gives 3 kinds. It doesn't then, after another 10 spins, give 5 kinds. That's the way I thought it worked. So it just makes the rabbits worth 3 after 10 spins. Okay. Okay, so not quite as good as I thought it was, but pretty decent nonetheless. We made the 150 rent payment with 65 left over. 225 now due in 7 spins. Do I want another bear? I mean, it's worth 2. It's not great. I don't particularly want a big urn though. I don't think. We have 21 symbols. We already have too many symbols. Let's take checkered flag. Oh, there was something new there. There was a new pepper there that I just glossed over completely. I thought it was green pepper, but it wasn't. So if we remove the cherry, we want to stay on 20 symbols. And then we'll have no empties. Okay, I don't want another bounty hunter. I'll take a void creature though, and I will remove something else that's only worth 1. Okay, I don't want any of these. I probably should have removed that banana peel actually. Okay, 24. Magpie is better. It's 1 less spin, so it gives 9 every 3 spins, minus 3, so 6 every 3 spins. It's worth 2. It's not great. We definitely need our bounty hunter to hit our card shark in order to be kind of safe. Let's take another lucky capsule. I've gotten loads of them on this run. Okay, the flowers hitting. Matryoshka doll. Does the bounty hunter hit Matryoshka dolls? He does not. Okay, I'll take an omelette. It's worth 3. Should be okay. Ooh, a new symbol. Amherst. Whenever another symbol makes this symbol give additional kinds, this symbol permanently gives 1 more. Whenever another symbol makes this symbol give additional kinds, this symbol permanently gives 1 more. Okay. So I'll take it because we do have an arrow, so I think the arrow can make it give 1 more. What else would give it? Dame would give it, make it give 1 more. If you had the cleaning rag, or only symbol. I was going to say if you had cleaning rag, it'd be 1 more every turn, but I bet you it doesn't work because it does specifically say symbol and not whenever anything. So symbol or item. Let's take another bronze arrow, I guess. And let's take chili pepper. Let's remove this coin. And let's remove the dog. So we're still on 20 symbols. That's where I want to stay. Okay, we finally got rid of this target. Let's take a dwarf is slightly better than the cheese because the bounty hunter gives 20, the mouse only gives 15. Okay, let's take a cultist. I think is better than a coconut. And it gets taken out straight away, that's what we want to see. Another dwarf is fine. We're definitely leaning on this bounty hunter until our diamonds roll in. Let's take another lucky capsule. We haven't had this Amherst give anything extra yet. I don't know if it's been hit by a bronze arrow yet. I don't think so. I'll take a wealthy capsule. I should have re-rolled there actually. For a better rare. We were guaranteed a rare. I should have re-rolled for something better. Let's take a dwarf. Okay, something has made this give extra money. It's now worth 2. That's great. We made the 300 rent payment with 72 left over. A dame is brilliant. Yes, it does work on Amhersts, and we have a lot of diamonds, so that's great. Let's take Oswald the monkey because we do have a monkey. It makes it worth 2, which is pretty decent. I picked up all these bears in the hopes I would. An Amherst is rare. Adds 2. I don't particularly want any of these. Let's re-roll. I don't want another monkey though. Oh yeah, okay. This is... Ah, I forgot we had bounty hunter with the dame. It's pretty sad. Okay, at least we got one improvement out of it. 41. Let's take another cultist. Could have had 3 cultists on this run. And you see Amherst didn't roll in because we had too many symbols. Interesting. Well, not interesting. That's exactly how I expected it to work. Okay. It's now worth 4. That's great. I don't want another mouse. We have made rent already. That's brilliant. Oh, we're just doing great with these bronze arrows. Let's take another cultist. Okay, let's take a cheese over a... What was the other option? Milk. Definitely want to get out this banana peel. And we made the 350 rent payment with 201 left over, which is brilliant. 425 now due in 8 spins. Okay, I don't particularly want another omelette. Let's re-roll here. Let's take a white stone, I guess. Let's take cayenne pepper. Gives 2 if no more than 2 symbols are the same. Nope, I'll take Maxwell the bear instead. Let's get rid of this banana peel. We now have 19 symbols. I think that's where I want to hover. 18, 19 symbols. So we have space to take things. I don't want another monkey. Let's re-roll. Do I want another flower? It's a 1 in 20 chance. Oh, I don't know what the So I don't know what the average for the flower is, but let's take it. This Amherst is doing great. 2 bronze arrows, it's now worth 7. I like that it goes up before... I should have taken the billionaire. I like that it goes up before it gets doubled, that's pretty nice. Okay, let's take another coal. This can be our late game scaling. Okay, let's take a miner, is worth more. Okay, we're doing pretty decently with this sun and the flowers. I don't particularly want another flower. I will take a hooligan though, and let's remove one of these cats. We have no upgrades for them, so they're only worth 1. So they're currently the worst symbol. Let's skip this. Let's keep our reroll for after the rent payment, when we might get something good. I don't want another cat. Let's skip this. Massive diamond here for 24. That's great. So we made the 425 rent payment with 262 left over. So we did scale more than rent. 575 now due in 9 spins. Let's take another lucky capsule and let's take looting glove, I guess. We could take a rare. Ooh, Vite fruit. This is new. Adjacent. Adjacent empty. This is just a fruit that's like the Vite stone and Vite creature. This is just a Vite fruit. Okay, nothing else new there. Let's take the farmer. Gives 2. Destroyed and will give 20. Also buffs flowers. What's not to like? Do I want another bronze arrow? I think I do, but I now kind of have to start removing things. Well, I guess I have 18 symbols once. 18 kind of permanent symbols. So let's skip this. So that's not too bad. I must have 19 permanent symbols. Alright. Let's take a toddler. Amherst is up to 8. That's great. Let's take an item capsule. You definitely feel, however, that the deck is smaller. It's surprising the difference between going from 25 symbols to 20. You definitely feel that, oh, I can't take another symbol, it'll dilute the deck too much. I want all of these to appear every time. So strategy has changed slightly. This could be a big effect on floor 9 because you get less removal capsules. I believe removals are going to be more important. But we made the 575 rent payment with 250 left over. 625 now due in 9 spins. And beehive, that's what I wanted. Lucky cat, I guess. Let's remove, however, let's remove the mouse. And let's remove one of the cats. Okay, perfect. He gave a honey straight away, which was eaten by the bear. This is just a fantastic run, which is nice. But I think the game has gotten easier. Let's take a billionaire. We won't make the same mistake twice. That's another honey. So more than 10% at the moment. Our Amherst is up to be giving 9 at the moment. It's good. There goes our billionaire. This bounty hunter really carrying this run. Golden arrow, fantastic. Okay, let's take a toddler to feed to the bounty hunter. Good hits there on the arrow. Yeah, I'm gonna put the animations and the spins up slightly for my next video, I think. Now that I have the option to make them faster, I'm definitely going to. I'll leave them for the rest of this video though. And hustling capsule. Sure, why not? Okay, buffing capsule, yeah, sure. We now have 3 diamonds and an Amherst. doing 100 per spin. We made the 625 rent payment with 516 left over. 675 now due in 10 spins. Don't particularly want a frozen fossil. Let's reroll. Let's take another dame. And at this stage, I would probably remove... I'll take Brink Pepper. I'd probably remove Bounty Hunter if I could. If I get a removal capsule and have the option, I'll remove Bounty Hunter. Okay, let's take an item capsule. But unfortunately, Dame got taken out before she could remove Bounty Hunter. Not too sad. I mean, we're going to win this game anyway. Present, I won't take it. Let's take another item capsule. Let's... Where is it? Gameplay, spin speed. Let's move this. Ooh. Let's put this on 2. And animation speed on 2. I thought you'd be able to go like 1.5 or something. And let's go back. Oh, this is much faster. Yeah, we're gonna stay on this. Imagine putting up to 4 times speed. That'd be mad. For anyone that watches on YouTube, I don't know if anyone watches this at like double speed or anything, but I would say it's just looks bananas when you do this on double speed. Even I'd leave the spin speed as it is, but maybe put the animation speed up. Maybe is animation speed the way the kinds move? Presumably it is. Okay, let me know what you think actually. Would you prefer the spin speed on 1 and the animation speed on 1? Or you happy with the speed it's at now? You think I should put the animation speed? I don't think I'll put the spin speed up very much. I think I like that you can still see it is spinning. I presume if you put it up to 3 or 4, the symbols just kind of instantly appear in place, which, I mean, it is a slot machine supposed to be. But we made the 675 rent payment with almost $1,000 left over. So 777 due in 10 spins. We've already won. Let's take a second sun. Let's take rusty gear. Oh, that pepper. Every time I see that pepper, I think it's green pepper, so I just gloss over it. Okay, let's take out. This is only worth 1. We don't need it. This is only worth 2. We don't need it. It doesn't seem to have affected the speed that, let's take a cultist, that the kinds move at actually. I think the animation speed is only affected like where it shows the synergies. So maybe put that up to 3, but I don't think so. I think this is a good speed. I'll probably leave it at this. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any preference. But I think 2 times speed is pretty decent. And we are doing good. We just yeah, we're just gonna skip everything until we win this game. So floor 1, this was quite a good build, but I think it was definitely helped by some of the changes. Rabbit is actually worth taking now. Actually, it's one of the better commons, where before I think I always skipped Rabbit unless I had one of the items that synergize with it, which presumably is why he's made it better. I actually got Pizza the Cat, so my cats are now worth 2. Let's just skip everything though, we've already won. I'll add faces because that's easy, but yeah, we've already won. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the update. I like it. I think it's made the game easier, which is nice. It's reduced a lot of the randomness, which, like, I know randomness is kind of what you're looking for in the game, but it could also be frustrating. So I think yeah, I think it's reduced a lot of that, and it's made the game a bit more dependent on, I don't want to say skill, but not doing the wrong things rather than just getting lucky. So I'm sure people who like streak the game, I think people who win streak the game, are super happy with this update. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and I'm happy enough with it. We saw 2 of the new symbols. We also saw the pepper symbol, the new pepper item, but I didn't read it either time, so I'll have to pay more attention to that in the next run. But thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give us a like and subscribe to see more. We'll be back with another video tomorrow, and until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.